Did you know only 20% of dogs are truly living their best life? Recent research reveals the surprising truth. Here's the good news. If your dog does these behaviors, you might already be giving them the life they've always dreamed of. And the final sign, almost no dog owner ever notices this. Let's begin. Sign 1. The grooming love language. Your dog starts licking your hand, arm, or face with that wet, eager tongue. This might seem like just dog kisses, but it's actually one of the most intimate bonding behaviors in the canine world. Dogs groom each other, called allogrooming, only within trusted pack members. Mother dogs groom puppies. Bonded adults groom close companions. By grooming you, your dog treats you as family. They're not just cleaning you, they're reinforcing social bonds and spreading communal scent. Most dogs never groom their humans beyond a quick greeting unless they view them as inner circle members. If your dog regularly licks you, especially when you're relaxing together, they're showing reciprocal affection. They're saying, "You care for me with your hands, so I'll care for you back." This mutual grooming strengthens your bond every single time it happens. It's their way of caring for you the same way they'd care for their own pack. Sign 2. The strategic sleep locations that keep you close. Your dog doesn't just sleep anywhere. They specifically choose spots near you, on your feet, or leaning against you. Dogs sleep many hours daily, and where they sleep reveals everything about their comfort level. Sleep makes them incredibly vulnerable. In the wild, dogs pick sleeping spots based on safety and the protection of the pack. If your dog consistently sleeps on your lap, at your feet, or even on your actual bed, they've decided you're their safest option. Most dogs would naturally sleep in a corner or under a table where they can monitor threats. But dogs living their best life, they sacrifice strategic positioning because being near you matters more than security measures. If your dog sleeps touching you or with their back to you, that's maximum trust. They're confident you'll protect them while they're unconscious and vulnerable. This daily choice proves you're their ultimate safe zone. Sign 3. The belly exposure no other dog gets to see. Your dog flops down in front of you and rolls onto their back, exposing their belly completely. This is massive trust. A dog's belly contains all their vital organs with zero protection. In nature, showing your underbelly is a submissive gesture, but also a sign of extreme vulnerability. Dogs instinctively guard this area fiercely. Most dogs never show their belly in a relaxed way because something keeps them defensive. If your dog regularly displays their stomach around you, begging for rubs or just napping, that way they're demonstrating complete faith in your intentions. This position requires overriding every survival instinct, screaming, "Protect your vitals." It means they've observed you long enough to know you're not a threat, that you respect boundaries, and they can be completely vulnerable without consequences. That level of trust is rarer than you think. Sign 4. The wagging helicopter tail that follows you everywhere. Your dog walks toward you with their tail wagging in a wide circular motion, often making their whole back end wiggle. This isn't just a regular wag. It's one of the most significant body language signals in canine communication. A wide, relaxed wag, especially the propeller wag, means your dog is genuinely happy and confident approaching you. Dogs only display this around beings they trust completely and are excited to see. When scared, their tails tuck. When aggressive, tails are held stiff and high. But that wiggly, circular wag, that's pure contentment and anticipation of positive interaction. If your dog greets you this way multiple times daily, they're not just tolerating you. They're actively excited to interact and associate you with safety, comfort, and happiness. This greeting is how dogs say, "I'm so glad you're here." Sign 5. Constant check-ins. You're sitting on the couch working on your laptop, minding your own business, and suddenly you feel its eyes watching you. You look up and there's your dog across the room just staring, making sure you're okay. This isn't random behavior. Scientists call this referential monitoring, and it's completely unique to bonded dogs. Most dogs are focused on their own needs or the environment. But the happiest, most secure dogs take this even further. They check on you even when nothing's wrong, just to confirm you're safe and content. It's what pack members do without being asked. If your dog regularly glances over locks, eyes, briefly reads your body language, then relaxes with a deep sigh. They're not just obedient. They're emotionally connected to you on a profound level most owners never experience. This protective checking behavior shows they care about your well-being, not just their own comfort. Sign 6. The choosing you over everything else. Your dog has food-available toys scattered around sunny spots to nap in and access to everything they love. But when you sit down, they leave all of it to come be with you. This is the ultimate test. Dogs are social creatures, but they also prioritize resources like food and comfort. If your dog consistently chooses your proximity over their dinner favorite bone or a prime napping spot, you've become their most valuable resource. This choice happens multiple times daily for truly bonded dogs. They'll leave a half-chewed toy or a sunny patch of grass just to be near you. It's not about what you provide, but about who you are to them. Most dogs view humans as resource providers, food dispensers, walkers, door openers. But dogs living their absolute best life view their humans as the resource itself. If your dog regularly picks you over everything else they enjoy, you're not just their owner. You're their favorite thing in their entire world. Sign 7. The soulful eye contact that scientists call the love gaze. You're sitting on the couch, and suddenly you catch your dog staring at you with soft, relaxed eyes. This isn't the intense stare of a dog wanting a treat. It's a calm, lingering gaze. Canine behaviorists call this the love gaze, and it's completely unique to deeply bonded dogs. Here's what blows people's minds. In the wild, direct eye contact is often a challenge or a threat. But between a dog and their favorite human, it's a sign of affection. Research shows this eye contact triggers a massive oxytocin release in both your brain and theirs, the exact same love hormone that bonds mothers to babies. If your dog gives you these soft, lingering looks regularly, they're not just comfortable. They trust you unconditionally and are literally falling in love with you over and over again. Sign 8. The lean that marks you as family forever. Your dog walks up calmly, then suddenly leans their entire body weight against your legs. This is the canine version of a hug. Here's what's really happening. Dogs use physical contact to reinforce pack bonds. When they lean on you, they're seeking comfort and also claiming you as their person. A dog who is nervous or doesn't trust you will maintain a distance. This behavior is reserved exclusively for their chosen family members. The intensity matters too. A light brush is nice, but those full body leans where they practically use you as a kickstand, that's your dog saying you're their absolute favorite being in the entire world. If your dog regularly leans on you, especially when you're in a new environment, they're reinforcing the bond because your presence makes them feel invincible. Sign 9. The happy dance that takes them back to their safest memory. Your dog sees you grab the leash or hears your voice after work and starts rhythmically prancing, spinning, or kneading the floor with their front paws. This excited movement is a sign of pure, unadulterated joy. Here's what changes everything. Dogs only show this level of physical excitement when they feel completely safe to express their emotions. Your dog is literally expressing the highest level of enthusiasm possible in the canine world. Most dogs might wag a tail, but dogs living their best life use their whole bodies to celebrate. The more dance-like the movement, the more relaxed and happy they are. If your dog dances for you, especially while making happy little huffs or woo-woos, you've become their source of peak life experience. They've never felt happier anywhere than in your presence. Sign 10. The deep, relaxed sigh that vibrates through your entire body. Your dog curls up next to you, lets out a long, heavy sigh, and completely relaxes their muscles. Sighing in dogs is complex. A sigh with open eyes can mean frustration, but a deep sigh with closed or half-closed eyes is a sign of total contentment. Research shows this type of sighing activates their parasympathetic nervous system, the body's rest and digest mode. If your dog's sigh is heavy and happens specifically when they settle down next to you, they're not just tired, they're in active bliss. They are signaling to you and to their own body that the day's work is done and they are perfectly safe. This deep rumbling release reserved for quiet moments with you shows they've found their happy place. And that place is wherever you are. That's not coincidence. That's choice. Sign 11. The toy offerings that include you in their world. Your dog brings you their favorite, most slobbery toy, drops it on your lap, and looks at you expectantly. They aren't just asking for fetch. In the canine world, sharing a prey item or a prized possession is a sign of high status and trust. If your dog actively recruits you for play or just wants you to hold their bone, they're inviting you into their world as a trusted partner. This is especially significant because dogs can be possessive of resources. Your dog choosing to share with you means they've overridden their natural instincts to guard, instead choosing to include you in their joy. If your dog initiates play regularly and seems genuinely excited when you even just acknowledge the toy, they see you as more than a food provider. They see you as a fun, safe, valued companion worth their most prized treasures. Sign 12, the following behavior without anxiety. Your dog follows you from room to room, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, it doesn't matter. Some worry this is Velcro dog syndrome or separation anxiety, but there's a crucial difference. Anxious dogs follow desperately, whining and panting, showing stress signals. Happy dogs follow by choice. If your dog trails you but remains calm when you close a door, doesn't bark frantically, and can settle down on the rug while you're busy, they're not anxious. They're interested. Dogs are pack animals, and following you means they find your mission interesting and want to be part of the group activity. This selective following shows secure attachment. They enjoy your company enough to stay nearby, but trust you'll be fine, and they'll be fine if you're temporarily out of sight. You've achieved the perfect balance of bonding without creating fear. Sign 13, the exposing of their most vulnerable moments. Your dog eats their meal, uses the backyard, or grooms themselves with you nearby, completely unbothered. These are extremely vulnerable activities for dogs. In nature, eating means distraction from predators. Using the bathroom leaves them defenseless, and grooming reduces their environmental awareness. Dogs instinctively prefer a degree of security for these activities. If your dog performs these intimate, vulnerable tasks while you're present or even watching, they've categorized you as a guardian in their mental threat assessment. They're not worried you'll steal their food or attack while they're distracted. Most dogs will pause eating if a stranger enters the room. If yours continues or even looks at you for approval during these moments, they trust you at the deepest instinctual level, believing you'd never exploit their vulnerability. That's trust money can't buy. Sign 14, the responding to your whispers and soft tones. You say your dog's name in a soft whisper from across the room, and their ears twitch or they come trot over. Dogs hear incredibly well, but they are masters of selective hearing. Studies show dogs recognize their owner's voice above all others, but often choose to ignore it unless they hear a trigger word like treat or walk. If your dog consistently responds to your soft voice, especially when they are comfortable and settled, they're not just well-trained, they're emotionally engaged. They care enough about your communication to acknowledge it even when there's no obvious reward. This responsiveness shows they value the social connection itself. Most dogs develop a bit of an ego and only respond when it suits them. If yours replies to your soft calls regularly, they've decided your voice is the most important sound in their world. Sign 15, the claiming of your personal items as comfort objects. Your dog steals your shoe but doesn't chew it, sleeps on your worn gym shirt, or curls up on your spot on the couch the moment you stand up. This isn't naughty behavior, it's scent-seeking comfort. Dogs have a sense of smell 40 times more powerful than ours, and your scent is their favorite drug. When your dog chooses items that smell strongly of you, they're self-soothing with your scent when you're not available for direct contact. This behavior shows your smell has become synonymous with safety and contentment in their brain. Most dogs prefer their own bed or a neutral spot. If yours actively seeks out your smell, you've become their emotional anchor. The shoe snuggling and chair stealing are just ways to stay connected to your presence. Even when you're busy, your dog has decided your scent alone is enough to make them feel at home. Sign 16, calm during departures without panic. You'd think a dog who loves you would howl when you leave, but the opposite is true. Dogs with secure attachment stay calm when their owner walks out. Because they have the object permanence of your love, they trust you'll return. Anxious dogs lose their minds pacing and destroying things because they lack that confidence. But dogs living their best life. They watch you go, maybe head to their bed and wait calmly. This calmness is a massive compliment. It means you've built a foundation of trust so strong they don't need constant physical reassurance. Most owners never reach this level of secure base behavior. If your dog handles your exits with quiet confidence, you've mastered dog parenting. They know departures are temporary and their world is safe until you walk back through that door. Sign 17, the playbow stretches that happen only around you. Your dog stands up from a nap, and instead of just walking away, they do a deep stretch with their front paws out and their rear in the air, the classic playbow, while looking directly at you. This isn't just a physical stretch, it's a social invitation. Dogs stretch to wake up, but doing it in a playbow position in front of you is an act of communication. In threatening environments, dogs stretch in guarded positions. But around trusted companions, they use the stretch as a reset for social interaction. If your dog does these exaggerated vocal stretches specifically when you're watching, they're saying they are ready and happy to engage with you. This daily ritual demonstrates they've never experienced anything from you that would make them guarded. You've proven yourself trustworthy thousands of times. Sign 18, the deep contentment groan. You're sitting together and suddenly your dog lets out a low vocal groan as they flop down or get a good scratch. That's not a sound of pain, it's a sound of pure bliss. Research shows these vocalizations in relaxed dogs are linked to the release of tension. When they groan like that, they're literally saying, "Ah, that's the spot," or "life is perfect right now." Most dogs are too on edge to ever let out these vocal sighs. But dogs in truly happy homes groan regularly because they've hit peak comfort. It's the canine version of a human sinking into a hot bath. If your dog groans like this next to you, they're not just content, they're in paradise. This vocal release is their body physically letting go of any remaining stress, indicating they feel so safe they can be as loud and relaxed as they want. Sign 19, the gentle nose boop or paw touch. Your dog reaches out and gently nudges your hand with their nose or places a soft paw on your arm without using any pressure. This checking in touch is one of the most affectionate gestures in dog language. Dogs use their noses and paws to explore the world, but when they use them gently on you, it's a form of social grooming. This behavior shows they are aware of your physical presence and are seeking a gentle connection. Some dogs even hold your hand with their mouth, very gently mouthing. The fact they are so careful with their strength despite being capable of great force proves they have a deep respect for you. If yours regularly gives you these soft nudges, they're showing physical affection while simultaneously demonstrating self-control and love. It's their version of a gentle caress. Sign 20. They wait for you at the door like a welcoming committee. You come home after being gone and your dog is right there. But instead of just barking at the noise, they are sitting or wagging expectantly before the door even opens. This greeting behavior is huge. If your dog consistently positions themselves near the door before you arrive, they've learned to recognize the specific sound of your car, your footsteps, or even the rhythm of your arrival. They're not just waiting for a walk, they're waiting because they missed their pack leader. Dogs are often credited with this, but the quality of the greeting matters. A calm, wiggly, happy greeting rather than a frantic, stressed one shows a dog who is living their best life. If your dog greets you at the door with a present like a shoe or a toy or just a full-body wiggle, they're showing that your return is the absolute highlight of their existence. So how many of these signs does your dog show? Drop a number in the comments below. I want to know if your dog is living their absolute best life with you. If it's more than 5, smash that like button. Because you're not just a dog owner, you're living proof that unconditional love goes both ways. But here's what most people miss. There's one behavior happy dogs do that reveals more about your bond than all of these combined. And I guarantee you've seen it, but never understood what it really meant. Check out my next video to find out what it is. Don't forget to comment your dog's name and how many signs they show below. I can't wait to hear about your best friend.